Hey, it's Stratejinn, and welcome back to Stratejinn, Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri. When we left last time, we had gotten ourselves embroiled in a war with the Believers, who are these orange guys over here. Meanwhile, the, oh, nuts, I just noticed that. We're going to lose this to this guy. Nothing we can do, unfortunately. So we'll have to take it back at this point. And at the same time, the Morganites were being squeezed from the north by the Spartans, and the Gaians had also gone to war with the Believers as well, which is a great news from our perspective, because we hate the Believers, and the Gaians are our friends. Okay, so this guy here is going to go up there. Okay. I can't attack that guy because he's on the sea. I don't know if there's any way I can get this guy up here in time. Okay, so I'm going to set this guy. I'm going to send him over here. Actually, we're not going to move him there. We'll move him here.
I have often been asked, if we have travel between the stars, why can we not launch the simplest of orbital probes? These fools fail to understand the difficulty of finding the appropriate materials on this planet, of developing adequate power supplies, and creating the infrastructure necessary to support such an effort. In short, we have struggled under the limitations of a colonial society on a virgin planet, until now. Colonel Corazon Santiago, Planet, a survivalist guide.
Okay, so we've developed orbital spaceflight, right? Which is basically now we have the ability to launch various satellites, which we didn't have before, because, and her point here is that if we've traveled from Earth to Alpha Centauri, why can't we just launch satellites? But basically what she's saying is that because we have, we lack sort of the infrastructure to do so. But now we can build a sky hydroponics lab. We want advanced space. We've got advanced space flight as being one of our technologies, and we can build missiles, planet busters, and conventional payload for our guys.
The academician's private residences shall remain off limits to the genetic inspectors. We possess no retroviral capability. We are not researching retroviral engineering, and we shall not allow this council to violate faction privileges in the name of this ridiculous witch hunt. Fedor Petrov, Vice Provost for University Affairs.
Okay, and we've discovered retroviral engineering. What retroviral engineering is the way retroviruses work, is when they infect a cell, they insert their own genetic material into the cell's DNA and use that genetic machinery to reproduce themselves. Basically, the idea here is that you're using these specially tailored viruses to introduce genes into organisms to genetically engineer them, right? This allows us to build the Gene Jack factory. Our technologies include biomachinery and Centauri genetics. And genetic warfare atrocity can be committed by probe teams. Basically, we can release
maximum population reached
viruses into our neighboring populations. I'm going to change this over here. We don't need more formers. And we are going to build... Can we? I guess we can't... Do I need to build an aerospace complex first? I wanted to build an orbital space flight. I guess we can build an aerospace complex. Let's build I guess we can start on the cyborg factory.
Project initiated.
Okay, so this guy. The question is, can this guy beat him here? I don't think he can. Have him stay there. Stay there. We don't need you to be there anymore. Oh, we made it. Whew. Guy made it to Oceanographic Lab. Okay, whew, that was close. What am I going to do? This guy is going to be... He's going to stay there. Your performers are building road here. Yes, I know. Because I told them to do so.
Enemy project initiated.
I don't care that they're trying to build one.
Production complete.
Okay, sweet. So we've got the hunter-seeker algorithm. We're going to see a little video.
If I determine the enemy's disposition of forces while I have no perceptible form, I can concentrate my forces while the enemy is fragmented. The pinnacle of military deployment approaches the formless. If it is formless, then even the deepest spy cannot discern it, nor the wise make plans against it. Sun Tzu, The Art of War, Data Links.
Okay, so that's the hunter-seeker algorithm. It basically renders our units and bases completely immune to probe team infiltration of any kind, which is great. Could have used it about 20 turns ago. Okay, so they're now building the cyborg factory, which again we don't want to let them get, so we're going to do that.
Project initiated.
Who else is doing what? Okay, how long until you get that? How much have you changed this to a... I guess you can do this cyborg factory.
Project initiated.
I just want to beat them to it. I don't want them to get it. Oh, how? Yeah, let's change this since you're already doing it. Yeah. Okay, cyborg factory.
Project initiated.
Okay, so we're gonna have them build. We can't build a base on rocky areas. We're gonna have them build here. This guy is a sea colony pod. Where do I want to build a sea colony for? Let's have them build a sea colony right over here. Let's see there.
Terraform complete.
Okay. I'm going to have this changed over to recycling tanks. There's a lot of micromanagement as you get into the later game. You can stay where you're at. Alright. I guess we lost my flight unit because it wasn't in a base when the turn ended. Okay, our infiltrator reports the Morganites have lost Morgan Industries to the Spartans.
Faction eradicated.
Okay, so the Morgans have been eradicated by the Spartans. Morgan has been captured and interrogated. So unfortunately that means that we can't do it. I'm going to have this guy, he's going to build a farm for me. This guy's built a farm. We're going to have him go over here. Okay, I'm going to have him build a town there. Bibliotech Science. And that guy's there. I'm going to have him be the occupying thing there. Okay. Alright, so Sister Miriam convened the Planetary Council. We want to salvage the Unity's fusion core. So only Lady Deirdre has said no. Colonel Santiago and Sister Miriam say yay. I'm going to say nay. Measure fails. Alright. So again, more insults. Were you aware that my hated enemy, Lady Deirdre of the Gaians, now spends most of her time dancing naked through the trees? Let us join forces and put an end to her tree-crazy prattle. No. Provost and Theogen, my force is strong, my troops are mobilized. If you do not return Union and Planety authority my possession immediately, I shall destroy you utterly. Never. Okay, so I'm actually going to accept the blood truce because I don't want to fight her anymore. Okay. So she's accepted the blood truce. Provost and Theogen, your so-called democracy is godless and wretched. True freedom and happiness are only to be found in God's love, and I urge you to repent your sins and open your heart to the Lord. Okay. And be warned, I shall not long tolerate collaboration with a mortal enemy, the tree-crazy Lady Deirdre. Okay. Have you any further business? I believe we are finished here. Okay, good. So we no longer... Okay, so they're having problems. So I'm going to change this over. We've got an occupying group. We're going to have them do the recycling tanks instead. Okay. So everybody's at peace now. Goody. See the proper thoughts, building a cyborg factory. But these guys are a lot further along. I'm going to change that over to... I guess I can build an aerospace complex. Have him stay there. He's going to be the occupying one. You can hold where you're at too. I don't need you to build any more formers. Let's have you build some more stuff here. I don't want to get the Gene Jack factory since we're so heavily based on science. We do not want the punishment sphere because that has 50% less tech. Let's do the aerospace complex. Okay, actually I want to... Oh, he'll cancel. You can stay there, you can stay there, stay there, stay there. Now that we're at peace for the moment.
Combat units only.
May not attack. What the heck? I'm not telling anybody to attack. Okay, make a mine there. Alright, so those guys are fully up. It's up there.
Terraform complete.
How do you hold there? So I just have to keep doing this stuff. Have this guy change over to recycling tanks. Uh-oh. This looks like the Gaians and the Believers have gone to war. So yes, we got our technology. Yes to all. Yes to all. Yes to all. And we got a fusion reactor. Yes to all. Yes to all.
Our ancestors harnessed the power of a sun, and so again shall we. Commissioner Prevanlal, the science of our fathers.
So we developed fusion power, basically having two hydrogen atoms combined to form a helium atom in controlled circumstances. They've been working on it for like probably 50 years now here on Earth, haven't developed it yet. Allows us to make the fusion lab and allows us to research advanced ecological engineering and organic superlubricant. Allows us to add the fusion reactor to our units, and now we can assign some of our workers to be engineers. Alright.
Production complete.
So here are the Great Lagoons. They built somebody there off the coast of our stuff, jerks. And they've got people on our territory. I'm not sure I like that. I built a farm there. They've got farms there, there. Unfortunately not there. We'll have them build a mine here, I guess. Okay, we finally built a tachyon cruiser. Allows us to explore a little bit. Oh, that's probably why they said I couldn't attack. I'm gonna have you. I still want you to go out here in the middle. Okay, so you can stay there. I'm gonna change this over to a. They must have the recycling tanks already. We'll have you build the rec commons. Oh, I guess they don't have recycling tanks already. Maybe they don't get it because they're on the ocean. Stay where you're at. Ugh. I plan to live here forever, of course, but barring that, I'd settle for a couple thousand years. Even 500 would be pretty nice. CEO Nabuti K. Morgan Link 3D Vision interview. Last row is a summer guy and builds a longevity vaccine. So we didn't get that one in time.
Production complete.
Okay, so we're going to change this to Cyborg Factory.
Project initiated.
How close are we to getting the theory of everything? It's 5 turns? Sweet. I don't want anyone to beat me to that. I really need that one. I'm going to change this over because they've lost a lot of people to that. We're going to have them build the fusion lab. Okay, so you guys are going to send one over here. Okay, we'll go one more space up, and then we'll build the thing there. Yeah, so this is where we build it. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to activate my troop here. Have him come over here. Then this guy here is going to get on board that guy. Okay. I actually want you to build a mine.
Pod recovered.
Okay, we recovered a resupply pod from the Unity. It contains manufacturing supplies worth 50 energy credits. Sweet.
Resource shortfall.
Uh-oh. Fecundity Tower is running low on nutrients and is not producing enough to meet its citizens' needs. We should have our farmers build more farms nearby. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at Fecundity Tower. Once they finish that, we'll be able to do more.
Bot recovered.
Okay, so we got some data on the surrounding area. Okay, I want to bring this guy down here. Severe haze and clouds at University Base. -1 energy for every square for the next 10 years. That's not good.
Resource shortfall.
Okay, so we're going to have you hold that space.
Terraform complete.
Kelp expands near the Marine Institute. Good, more kelp. Always helpful.
Resource shortfall.
Okay. Alright, so who's having problems? It's the Fecundity Tower. Problem is that we got a lot of forest, no real farms. I'm gonna move my guy over here so that we can build some farms.
Resource shortfall.
Okay, they don't need any more tachyon inventory, so we're gonna change this over to recycling tanks. Okay, and you can just stay where you're at. Same thing over here, we'll change this over to recycling tanks.
Terraform complete.
Okay. Let's move this guy around, seeing what we shall see. There is an enemy thing there. So I'm actually going to go over here and I'm going to build a base. Deep Sea Lab. Okay.
Turn complete.
Oh, great. Lady Deirdre convenes the Planetary Council. Agenda: unite behind me as Supreme Leader. Basically, if we elect her as Supreme Leader, we lose. Right? We want to elect us as Supreme Leader. We're not there yet. We don't have the votes. She doesn't have the votes either. Well, I guess we have the votes, but we're going to say nay just because I don't want to lose the game. Okay.
Project complete.
Sweet. So Fecundity Tower has built the theory of everything. We're going to get a little video.
The earth is the cradle of the mind, but one cannot stay in the cradle forever. Konstantin Tsiolkovsky, the father of rocketry. Data links.
Okay, so our lab's output has doubled at this base, which means that we've quadrupled from the original lab's output, thanks to having the theory of everything and the super collider at that base.
I
Resource
loved my
shortfall.
chosen. How then to face the day when she left me? So I took from her body a single cell, perhaps to love her again. Commissioner Pravin Lal, Time of Bereavement.
So we've discovered biomachinery, basically. This is the idea of using things like bacteria and, amoeba and that sort of stuff to create products for us because we've included the machinery in their genetic code, so it's inside the cells. That allows us to build the cloning vats, and Homo Superior as a technology we can research. So I'm going to do the cloning vats.
Project initiated.
Okay. We're going to change that to children's creche.
Production complete.
Okay, we're going to change that also to children's creche. Take a while to grow. I'm going to have this guy, we need some farms down here. This guy desperately needs some farms. So I'm going to move the unit to here. This guy I'm going to have come down here. This guy I'm going to have go up here and explore a little bit.
Resource shortfall.
Yes, I know. So we've dropped in population slightly. 5.
Maximum population reached.
Okay. So they built the recycling tanks. We're going to change that over to children's creche. Lousy Spartans. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to have him go 1 down, and we're going to have him build a farm there. So this guy's going to hang out there.
Production complete.
Okay, again, the children's... Oh, we'll have him build the rec commons first.
Production complete.
Okay. We need to have him hang out until... They've got the... How long till the garrison? 6 turns? What are these guys doing over here? So he's at half strength. Can you make a tachyon cruiser? 13 turns, okay. Alright, build a farm there. Okay, so we're gonna change that guy. We're gonna have him build a rec commons. You can stay there. Going to continue to explore. Okay, so we built it.
You are orphans, Erzdeidre. Your homeworld already buried, so young among the eons. Yet, now you fill the skies where we watched a million sunsets with flame and contrails, paying no heed to the hard lessons the universe has tried to teach you. Are you a breath of life to invigorate a complacent world, you as humans, or an insidious cancer which must be excised?
Lady Deidre Sky, Conversations with Planet.
Okay, so what we just heard for the very first time was the voice of Planet. Obviously, there's a lot of like New Age thinking behind this. The idea here is that the planet is somehow sentient, sort of the Gaia hypothesis, and we just heard their kind of echoey voice there. Built the aerospace complex. We're going to change it over. I think we can... Okay, yeah. So we're going to do a high sky hydroponics lab. Okay. Which will be good because it'll do +1 nutrients for all bases.
Maximum population reached.
Okay. Take this over. So we want them to build children's creche. Okay. Build a road. Alright, have this guy come up here. I want him to hang out there. Change this to a rec commons. Not a lot of stuff to do, so we'll have him. Okay. There's another territory. We finally found out where the Gaians are, it looks like. Okay, more forest.
Companions the Creator seeks, not corpses, not herds and believers. Fellow creators the Creator seeks, those who write new values on new tablets. Companions the Creator seeks, and fellow harvesters, for everything about him is ripe for the harvest. Friedrich Nietzsche, thus spoke Zarathustra. Data links.
Okay, so that's the Homo Superior technology. Basically, it's the Nietzschean Ubermensch idea that's being adopted society-wide. It allows us to build a nano-hospital and the universal translator, and it allows us to start researching the will to power.
Production complete.
Okay, so we're going to change this. We're going to have them build a sky hydroponics lab as well, just so we can get more nutrients.
Maximum population reached.
Okay, so the problem that this guy's having is he doesn't have enough food. We're going to have this guy go down 1 and have him build
complete.
some stuff there. Okay, Miriam. Hello again, Provost and Theogen. Your reckless followers remain a force to be reckoned with. Greetings from Sister Miriam of the Believers. Okay. Provost and Theogen, my forces are strong and my troops are mobilized. If you do not return you and humanity base to my possession immediately, I destroy you utterly. No. Oh, they're at war with us. Great, thanks. Alright, anyway, they decided to go to war with us again. They're so belligerent, it's just a pain. Okay, so we're going to have this guy here. He's going to come over here. Have you both farm.
Terraform complete.
Alright. Okay, I'm going to go through here. So we discovered some bumper crops at University Base. University Base gets +1 nutrients to every square for the next 10 years. Alright, I know. Yes, I don't show me that again. Rows.
Terraform complete.
Can we build, let's do this one more. Build a farm there. So we built a farm here. So we're going to take one of these guys here and put it there so we're getting a lot more growth. We're going to build another farm. You can't build farms on these deep, dark spaces because it's too deep. But, okay, so we're just finding out what's up here. Great.
Production complete.
More believers. My favorites. Okay, I'm going to change this to... Okay, and you're going to stay there. Haha! Suckers!
Terraform complete.
Alright. So now that we've got this guy in base, we're going to send this guy over to... Where are my guys being attacked at? Way the heck over here. Because I'm getting tired of that guy attacking me. Haha! Loser. Okay, more forest. Industrial boom at Copernic Observatory. +1 minerals at every square for the next 10 years.
Production population reached.
So they've reached the children's creche. Change that. We're going to have them build a rec commons. Okay. This guy's built a farm. So now we're getting some more growth. The main thing here is we need to get rid of these forests, basically. Unfortunately, that means we do have to get rid of these forests. They're not generating any food for us.
Terraform complete.
Okay, so they built a road. So there's not really any other spaces we can terraform with this guy. I'm going to have him go over here to Copernic Observatory. I don't want you to do any more farmers. Change that. We'll have you make recycling tanks. Okay, I forgot. You guys are always getting your recycling tanks destroyed by the various occupiers. I don't know why I always want to occupy that. Maybe it's because I changed the name to something really insulting.
Improvement destroyed.
No! Alright, so Hercules, Alpha Centauri B, is approaching perihelion. For the next 20 years, we expect native life activity to increase dramatically.
Organic superlube? Oh, it's great stuff. Great stuff. You really have to keep an eye on it, though. It'll try and slide away from you the first chance it gets. T.M. Morgan Riley, Morgan Metagenics.
So we've developed organic super lubricant, which is basically stuff that's designed to be extremely slippery in machines. It allows us to start researching nanominiaturization and advanced spaceflight, as well as some more frickin' laser beams.
Einstein would turn over in his grave. Not only does God play dice, the dice are loaded. Chairman Shen Jiyang, looking God in the eye.
So man, this would come in handy if you're ever going to Vegas. We've developed probability mechanics. We've discovered the secrets behind that underlie probability and what causes them to happen. So basically if you understand this, you can understand why certain events happen more often than other events, which, like I said, would be fantastic to have if you're ever going to a casino. It allows us to build a tachyon field, which is a defense mechanism in your base. It allows us to start researching nanometallurgy, and we can now put the probability sheath on our units. Basically, that means they were having like a little force field around them that decreases the likelihood that they'll get shot. right? Literally, in the sense that once a bullet enters the field, the probability that they will get shot decreases tremendously. So that's pretty cool, actually. No.
Production complete.
All right, so they built recycling tanks, rec commons. Do I want to do the universal translator soon? No, I'm gonna hold off on that. Okay.
Production complete.
Okay, so they built the rec commons. I'm gonna change that to the creche.
Production complete.
Okay, so they built a creche. We're gonna have them build the rec commons as well. Okay, so that seems like a good place to end the video. I will see you next time.